We'll do a sambal squid, also medium. Barbecue kangkong.
Sambal kangkong.
Sambal kangkong. What is that?
The picture like
This one. Okay, that's it.
Where's
that gentleman right there?
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Have a seat, bro.
All right, thank you. This is why I'm in Singapore. It's banana leaf, right? Okay, let's see. But it's not like a fish paste. Coconut milk? Oh. A little bit spicy. Shrimp paste. This is delicious. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is like a fusion dish. This is a perfect example because the combination of vermicelli and wheat noodles reduced into a prawn broth. So this is oyster omelette, so not a lot of starch. Obviously not drenched in sauce either. It's almost spongy like a rice cake, right? It's not gooey, so it's a lot more starch than the Taiwanese version. I wouldn't call it oyster omelet. It's like a oyster rice flour pancake.
Before you get confused about why I'm stuffing my face in humid hot Singapore when this episode is all about lu rou fan, I just want to say it's all research, man. Because the local flavors on this island city are pretty damn heavy. Much more of an in-your-face kind of palate compared to the Taiwanese one. And yet, I've discovered that there is a popular restaurant here that's built around our lu rou fan. And the owners, they're not even Taiwanese. So I'm curious as to how a bunch of cooks raised on such strong flavors take on a Taiwanese classic.
林老板，你好，
嗨，你好，
我是 Eric。
嗨，
你们开多久了？
这边有4店了吧？
所以你有这一间店，然后你还有另外一间，
对，
然后另外一间是刚开，去年开。
对，去年开，
我们看一下你的 kitchen。
可以。
哇，所以你有 rice cooker rice warmer，
Yes， 对，
然后 only electric makes sense。
对，这锅就是那个卤肉，
卤肉这个是在你的中央厨房做出来，
这锅是我们的那锅在这边煮的，
你在这一边煮。
对，
那你两家店都是自己煮，
对，
因为你是新加坡人，土生土长新加坡人。
对。
Like what got you started? Like 台湾菜算是一个非常 niche 的一个 cuisine， right？ 一个 genre。你怎么会有一天就醒来就说我要做台湾菜？
之前我们是做金融保险业的嘛，我跟我的partner，我表弟，然后他那时候有一个台湾女朋友，也就是他现在的老婆然后他之前就是蛮常飞台湾，过后我们就想是说想要自己创业，而且是往那个饮食方面的、餐饮方面的，所以他就想说，也许可以考虑把台湾的夜市带进来。
那你觉得当初最难哪一道菜让你就是花最多时间去揣摩、去 try、去研发？
卤肉饭吧，对，因为卤肉饭基本上我觉得它其中一个很关键的材料就是它的酱油，而且新加坡之前还没那么普遍的时候，很难找到那家供应商。我是意外中在网上就是发现到一个号码，然后就打去，然后才找到那个酱油。
找到你的，
不然的话，其实新加坡的酱油不适合做出台湾口味。
但是其他的那些 fundamentals， 你都已经差不多抓到。
也没有，因为其实可能也就是说，我们是以一个新加坡人的口味去研究这道菜嘛。然后台湾，我觉得台湾的口味比较偏淡。而且如果你说卤肉饭来讲，台湾主要卖的卤肉饭的肉是偏少的，
对，
不符合新加坡人的口味，所以中间我们做了很多调整，来希望能让新加坡人接受，台湾人也能接受啊。
对，可以看那个酱油啊，传说中的酱油，金兰，这他们没有付钱打广告。 我们也是用金兰。
你们也是用金兰吗？
对。
Using ingredients like Taiwanese soy sauce is definitely a good way of nudging the flavor profiles closer to Taiwan. But how is this style of braising pork different from what the locals are used to? Does it affect how their version of our lu rou fan tastes? I decide to do more research. That's right, I gotta eat more.
So this is more of the traditional Singapore raised pork, then it's definitely quite a deviation from the Taiwanese style braised pork belly, or whatever the traditional one is, right? Tastes like soy sauce, 5-spice pork, and that's it. The soy sauce itself is a lot more sodium forward. There's a beauty in that because it helps bring out the unctuousness of the pork, traditional sense of braised pork belly. In Taiwan, it's sweet. It's got a bunch of different spices. But in Taiwan, the soy sauce, because it's, you know, the general preference of the island, it's a little bit less salty. So it allows the sweetness, the fried shallots, and everything else that the Taiwanese pork belly is to kind of shine through.
With my belly full of knowledge soundly satiated, I'm now ready for Eat 3 Bowl's rendition of Taiwan's most beloved braised pork rice, among other classics.
I think all three of the dishes look very, upon first glance, it looks very familiar. I wouldn't say traditional, but very familiar. Like you can tell this is lu rou fan. You can tell this is ji rou fan. You can tell this is oa mi sua. But they're just, I mean, you can just tell by the color that it's gonna be delicious. You can tell because the sauce has coated the rice. Traditionally, the sauce is rather loose. It's not so gravy-like. This is a lot more similar to the ones that I make. And it's a lot more fat than lean meat, which is, and the grains of rice is the most accurate thing. I saw bags of Taiwanese rice in the back of the restaurant, so the choice of rice is very good. Because I don't know, I mean, Singapore long grain rice, so it's like, it would be easy to just use long grain rice, but we have short grain rice here, which is the more traditional, the more expensive route. But it, in my opinion, it's something you can't skip out on because the texture just would not be the same. And again, you can also taste where things sort of deviate a little bit. The sauce is so much richer, right? I'm wondering if he's also adding like pig skin or any other collagen-heavy ingredients into the braise so that it's so thick and has that viscosity. It's like Taiwanese chicken rice, basically. It's delicious, and he doesn't skimp on the shallots either, and that's very evident in the chicken rice. The chicken rice, like I was joking, it tastes like Taiwanese-style Hainan chicken rice. It's so potent with the ginger and scallion. The oa mi sua, well, oa and da chang, so it's like he's got best of both worlds. It looks exactly like what you would find on the streets of Taiwan. From the limited knowledge I have of a Singaporean palate, all the changes make sense. It's very heavily influenced by the local palate. For example, this oa mi sua dish, it has less of the smoky bonito flavor that the Taiwanese people love. And a lot more of that straightforward, soy sauce heavy, and almost large in a sense.